that, like that. 2, okay. All right. And now share to the Facebook. Right there. Like that. That, and like that. Like that. There. That. Okay, like that. That. There, like that. Like that. Like that. And then it's like that. What the fuck is that? The hell, man. Okay, that's not working. Okay, that didn't. Doesn't work like that. Doesn't work like that. Okay, there's no. Okay, that's not right. That is not right. Like that. Edit. Somehow we have to go like that and share again like that. That link copied. Go like that. And link like that. I think it's like that. Like that. Like that. Like that. And like that. Okay, now we got it. All right, thank you, Kathy. I believe she did that. All right, and she just fixed the YouTube, and now go like that. 1 million people just went looking for someplace else because they did that, and 1 million people will be checking here again. And this is not just me. However, that is Kathy with power. Thank you, Kathy. Okay, so let's see. And that's what I was talking to you guys about. That is completely racist. And this court is completely radical. Okay, and to vote that, like, what he just said was in Chicago and Illinois, we take into account um, minority voting rights, and therefore we support congressional maps that allow for a fairer vote. While their decision just does the exact opposite. So that red states can change around the maps and gerrymander the map so that normally where a black person has a fair chance to win and is supported by the law, they're turning it around and going that that's not correct, and that it's going out of the way for race or something, and it's completely ridiculous. It's completely racist. So that is why I was looking to get up here before to talk to you guys about that because we need to get up and vote now, as they're saying, and we need to talk to people about voting. And I'm sure that Pritzker is around, and if someone is here that is has him on the phone, might talk to him about trying to do a few more seats than just one. Uh, redo the map and find some other blue seats because we're going to need it in every Democratic state across the country. If you can find one in all 22, in other words, not just one in Illinois, but two, and then one or two in every other blue state, you can squash that. And then, of course, we're going to have to figure out, which is what they're saying that they're going to do, and they're going to jump the hurdle, that the extra hurdle that's being put there in order for them to get as many black constituents in Congress, because that is the most racist decision I've ever heard. Outside and following along this decision that they can they profile in order to find the immigrant, and we are going to be there to vote them out. Enough, enough is enough, and they're going to be trying to redistrict Hispanic uh, districts around the country in red states where we have Democrats, and we have less people than you do over there. And so it's going to affect us as well. Um, so I wanted to talk to you guys about that. That's the racist that I'm saying. And it runs through this entire country. It is not just the Supreme Court, it's in all the courts, it's in all of the buildings. It's systemic. It is systemic racism from one end of this country to the other because there are 100 million of them and 25 million of them are up here for the last 100 years or whatever it is. And they're sitting in a job being racist in a democratic state. In other words, that's the problem you have in this democratic state of Illinois. If you're a minority, you're going to go to some place and it's a racist person, whether it's in a job, in a school, wherever you want. The police uh, try to get a fireman job, and it's completely racist. So anyway, uh, That is right there, and it's an example of it. It's in the government right there. And if it's in the government, then the minute you're out of Chicago and you're in a red city or district in Illinois, you're going to run into Republican racism that you can see is attacking you from up there in the court, the Supreme Court, which we already said from the beginning is radical. Well, it's not just radical, it's radical and racist. And that's it. And that's going to be in almost every court you go to. The police are going to be one in three, if not, if not more. Uh, 2 out of 4 cops are that racist. Run into them and they'll kill you. Only by the grace of God did they not kill me. Anyway, I still believe in law and police force. But I'm going to talk to Al about what's happened because it's clear that what he's saying there, and you can see that that guy getting beat up by the police there is not much more than what happened to me. It's more there, but not much more. And the police, I believe, followed me into the next court date and all over the city on things. The same police that was on that corner. Anyway, I'm going to let it go and turn it over. That's what I'm going to talk to Al about. And he says, from what I see there, that there is no time limit. So we're going to discuss that one, I think. In fact, all of them, because I'm listening to Crooked, and it's them, the Republican side in the government in Illinois and Chicago. So that's that. And you can see it right there. Stack the government, stack the court, stack the court, and then a racist law. For example, the border. Now, it wasn't the court there, it was the Congress there. Turn that around and a racist congressional movement block, that's the same block that you're dealing with right now, uh, illegalized this border so that when you cross it, you're breaking the law. And in those 250 years, there's only 100 years of that law. And it's by racist people. Tied to Adolf Hitler's table. The fascists. Stop calling them fascists. That's exactly who they are. It's exactly who Trump is. He's proved it time and time again. And now let's be dictator. But it's perfectly clear that 60% of the country disapproves of him. So now that 60% needs to get up and go vote all over. But in Illinois, you can redistrict and get us more than one seat. You have to at this point. You need to come up with 5 seats now. If they can play that game, then we can gerrymander for the blue side. And it's on all the way across. And that's that. So anyway, guys, that's for sure right there. Somebody needs to really speak up right there, as Warnock did, and really make it clear what's going on. Whether it's the leader there or Al or somebody. Should take the time and give us a half an hour speech again and show us a redistricted map that they might do, for example. In other words, this would normally be like this, but because of this law, it's going to be like that. And the results of that is all over. I think we need to understand it a little bit more and give us more there. So that when we go, this place is racist, there's an example right there in the court. And we can begin there. And I think that's your critical race theory. And you can see it, systemic racism in the Supreme Court. Now make it a smaller court, the next court down. And then go down into the South with the courts. And racist vote after racist vote. Or decision, rather. And that's it, I'm done. I draw the line right there. Because you're right. We are right next to you, and it's a Hispanic district, and they'll do the same damn thing there. So I'm going to cut it short. I protest, David. And that's it. Let's see. How do I end this again? And that's what's really good about this YouTube thing. I've got 5,000 people here, and I can holler at you guys. I mean, so anyway, let me let it go. I think that's it, and I go end stream. See you guys later.